Hello, this is Shade Ketchum, and welcome to my reaction to the first two episodes of RWBY Evermorrow by Kaleido Arms? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Correct me for whichever one however I'm supposed to say it. I wanted to do this reaction much earlier, pretty much right after my reaction to the Dust Queen trailer. Let's just say that life decided to be difficult in many different ways. Family, friends making unscheduled visits and being difficult. Day job being difficult, especially around Valentine's Day. And customers being in their just being the absolute worst. And losing my internet connection for a solid weekend because my internet provider somehow couldn't figure out that they had disconnected two wires and couldn't figure out how to put them back together again. Until we got someone else who wasn't connected to them to do it in like 5 minutes. It's been weird and stressful. But I do want to react to this, finally. Now, I'm gonna react to the first two episodes in this one video, and hopefully in the next, react to episodes 3 and 4, just because I can see they're quite short, each only being a few minutes. After that, episodes 5 and 6 will be each in their own videos. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's just kind of like Dust Queen. It's going to be its own interpretation of the series. I imagine it's going to start off with similar elements. I will say I'm not 100% blind. I will preface that. I have seen occasional screenshots of episodes, and I remember seeing a comment on Twitter. I believe I believe it was from the series creator, over, like, how information learned in this series should only be applied to the series. Like, stuff like Salem and anything we learned about the characters in, say, the novels, like After the Fall and Roman Holiday. I apparently shouldn't try to apply it to this. Only, like, information learned within the show. So if I hear about Salem or anything, then yeah, she exists. If I don't, then I shouldn't assume anything, is what I've heard. But yeah, let's get into episode 1, The Breach. Make sure the volume is loud enough that I can hear it. And go. I'm going to pause that so I can read it. Invisible and inevitable, like a butterfly that beats its wings in one corner of the globe, and with that single action changes the weather halfway across the world. So the butterfly effect. But not time travel related, obviously. Presumably.
Mission log, July 10th, 88 GW.
Dr. Oobleck says I have to do these.
We did it. We stopped the breach and saved Vale. We finally have a legitimate mission under our belt.
So after volume 2. Okay.
Okay, maybe not legitimate, but we did our best. We beat the Grim, Torchwick was arrested, and we found out who was behind it all. It turns out it was Cinder and her team.
Wow!
They were bad guys pretending to be students the whole time.
You found that out quick.
I guess Mercury always did seem like kind of a jerk.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
We only found out thanks to Penny's dad, who came down from Atlas to prepare Amity Coliseum for the tournament.
Wait, really?
Luckily, he noticed that someone had hacked Atlas's systems.
Wow!
For a country so technologically advanced, they really should have a better antivirus system.
Yeah, you'd think they would, but
we
Ironwood
didn't
is
manage to
stubborn.
catch Cinder, Emerald, or Mercury. By the time they were discovered, they had already escaped. But everyone knows they're bad news now.
What is going on with the
I bet Cinder
subtitles?
had plans for the Vital Festival. I'm glad General Ironwood is tightening security and updating the systems right away. But
like he should have
Professor
done the
Osborn
first
doesn't
time.
seem too wild about it. I guess
Well,
if
yeah.
it's the way Atlas does it, it can't be too bad, right?
You
I'll try not to worry about it over summer break. Team RWBY needs to focus all our attention on winning the tournament. Just imagine if we hadn't discovered Cinder.
Yeah, imagine that.
Things could have gotten really bad.
Oh, yeah, they
Couldn't
could.
they?
Big time. Yeah, just hit me with the memories. Ah, okay. Oh, and we have the new outfits right there in the credit sequence. It's kind of like how the episodes of the main show often have the. I forgot to look at the list of the voice actresses or voice actors. Okay. I guess we'll just go straight into the second episode then. But yeah, okay, so it's basically diverges from Volume 2 because Pietro comes from Atlas to Beacon as part of, like, basically to mess around with Amity Coliseum, discovers the virus Cinder implanted, and it exposes her Emerald and Mercury, like, much earlier. I guess that actually does make sense. Like, if anyone was going to discover the virus, it would definitely be Pietro. And yeah, Atlas really should have tightened security. I mean, who knows what would happen if the security wasn't up to date or anything. Who knows how that could affect other places like, Mantle and Atlas. I mean, funny that, huh, Ironwood? But I guess this does mean, like, that implies Ironwood and Atlas will have a tighter grip from here. Okay, let's go to this. Now, episode 2, The Tournament and Beyond. Oh, that's right, actually, because of this, now Cinder's plans can't go off at the tournament. And presumably Penny doesn't die. And maybe Pyrrha. Well, let's see. Life is a series of trials. It is a test of character to use the hardship to better oneself, lest you be left in ruin. Okay. Well said. I'm getting flashbacks to, like, the opening, title crawls, or title, what am I trying to say? The opening, like, little blurbs of text in the trailers. Oh! Hang on, I'll come back to that.
We made it to the finals of the tournament! Mm-hmm. We kicked butt in the teams round. Weiss and Yang took the win in the doubles. And Yang made it all the way through the singles to the final match.
Of course she did.
She went up against Pyrrha. It was a tough fight, and we were all rooting for her, but...
But it's Pyrrha.
It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it's Pyrrha.
I don't get it. I know I could have won. I know it. I mean, yeah, it's Pyrrha, but...
Yeah, it's Pyrrha, Yang. There's no heart.
I'm supposed to be strong.
It's fine.
If I'm not strong...
Oh.
What am I?
You're amazing.
It's strange, isn't it? How things dull over time.
Kinda, yeah.
When I was 12, I won my first tournament. I was overcome with pride and happiness.
So adorable.
But now, having won the Vital Festival tournament, I feel strangely empty. It's the greatest honor a huntress can hope to achieve in a time of peace. But my mind is on other things.
Are the other things blonde and dorky?
Just before my final match against Yang, I told John how I feel.
Wow, you finally came out to him.
I could see the surprise in his eyes. He had never seen me as an option until that very moment.
Yeah, he's kind of dense, but...
He can be so silly sometimes.
Thank you. Finally, a timeline where they're happy together.
After the festival, Blake and Weiss came home to patch with us for winter break. It was so fun! Weiss spoiled Zwei, and Dad was happy there were more people to cook the New Year's feast for. I don't think Weiss and Blake were ready for our family traditions, though.
Oh, God.
We can get a little...
Probably not.
What was the word Blake used? Rowdy?
Weiss called us Churls?
Wait, Cheryl's like Genshin
After winter
Impact?
break, it wasn't long until the end of her first year at Beacon. I was expecting to have to do a written exam or something, but Professor Ozpin had other plans.
It is important for any huntsman to know the strength of his teammates, but also their weaknesses, and how they can be exploited.
Oh, that's
For your end-of-year trial,
ominous.
you'll be fighting your own teammates.
I'm sorry, what?
No one will leave until 3 members of your team can no longer fight.
Oh, that's,
Good luck.
I'm proud to say I came second. I mean, it's not winning, but it's still a silver medal.
Wait, so
That
Blake
means
won?
Almost, right? That's why silver medals exist. Blake ended up winning.
Yeah.
She won thanks to her real-world experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The only reason I came last is because you guys knew I'd win and teamed up on me.
Anyways,
Oh, so
Madam
like a
Sore
free-for-all. I
Loser,
thought it was
We've got to go. Weiss is taking us shopping for new outfits before the new school year starts up.
like one-on-one matches, not a free-for-all.
I hope she realizes that she's gonna be the one paying.
I mean, that's pretty much a given. She should probably know that by now. Oh! The queen has arrived! Oh, did you really? Oh, well, yeah. Since Cinder's plan didn't go off, Torchwick would have had to spend a lot longer in there.
It's about time.
Alright. Alright, so that was a nice little... Oh, how did I not recognize Holoska Day? God, I must have been absorbed in it. Alright, so that was basically like a nice little introduction into the series. Kind of like the trailers, actually. And obviously, like, since it's fan-made and just starting out, there's not a lot of 3D animation. Like, I think I've heard the series is 3D animated. But yeah, it's understandable. Like, it'll grow as time goes on, obviously. But yeah, who knew Pietro discovering that would send everything, like, so, like, on such a different path. And, I mean, Yang, there's no shame in losing to Pyrrha. Because it's Pyrrha. She's, like, the best fighter there. Heck, in the main timeline, she manages to stand up to Cinder, or at least puts up a pretty good fight, even after Cinder gets the Fall Maiden powers. You probably weren't beating her. Though, that does bring up a slight question I have. Hang on. Mute. Where is the tournament listing? Here. Obviously, it played out like, Yeah, come on. Obviously, it played out... Yeah, right there. Just like in the main series, you have Team RWBY beats Auburn, and that's an original team for Team Funky, and there's Cobalt and Ivory. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I wasn't expecting that. Ivory, who cares? I mean, yeah, who really cares what Ivory's last name is, but it's like... I don't know. Also, Cobalt Marigold. I mean, we don't know how big the Marigold family is, so... Yeah, why not? He looks similar enough. Let's see, blah blah blah. Who else is in this? trying to like see this as best I can. Team Sun versus Team Indigo. Again, an original team. You got like those the original combatants. Obviously, Team Sun Sun would have to make it to the finals. Oh no, he made it to like, yeah, weird. Sun Yang beat Sun. No surprise there. Ah, that's interesting. The fact that Team Cardinal got to the doubles round is still surprising to me. Penny and Ciel beat Coco and Yatsuhashi. I mean, I'm not surprised Penny did, but I'm wondering what Ciel contributed. I'm also genuinely wondering how Pyrrha defeated Penny. I guess her polarity semblance still would have done it. Alright. Overall, on the... God, I'm trying not to ramble as much. Overall, I really like it so far. I like Neo's new little outfit here. It just kind of fits her. It's kind of like an evolution of her classic outfit. And let's see, who's the voice cast? Oh, Torchwick doesn't have a... Yeah, Torchwick doesn't have a VA listed. Okay, so either they're just not listed here, or his line from Volume 3 was recycled. Probably. Avery Marie as Ruby. She did a great job. I probably shouldn't assume pronouns. They did a great job. Kenkoi as Pyrrha, she did a great job. They both sounded pretty similar to the original. Hang on. Let me turn off the display. Let me see if there's any shared VAs with Dust Queen, just in case I was like being stupid and didn't recognize any of them. Ruby, they are not the same. Ruby is not the same VA. There's no VA for Pyrrha. Ozpin has a different VA. Levi Lagan. They did pretty good job. Sounded pretty close, honestly, to Shannon. And Zippy. Oh God. Whoopsies! Don't play that. Almost accidentally played another video by mistake. But yeah, Zippy as Yang. I guess it shouldn't be surprised. Their Yang is like pretty spot on to Barbara's at times, so it makes sense that they would be in both projects. Overall, I really like it, and I'm looking forward to where it's gonna go from here. I will say this. Before I end this, I kind of want to like just briefly state why I wanted to react to this project so badly, this and Dust Queen, is because the basic idea is that I can tell it's being made out of love for the series. It's not it's not trying to be better than the series. It's not trying to fix it by any means. No, it is being made by people. This show, from what I've seen so far, and Dust Queen seem to be made by people who genuinely just love the series and want to do their own like take on the story and characters. and that's good. Like, it's good to have like alternate takes on a series. It can really pay off. Like, do I have it? I don't have it per se, but hang on. 1 second. There we go. Just for example, we have, say, Full Metal Alchemist. Obviously, a lot of people have watched Brotherhood or read the manga, and that's great. But you also have an alternate interpretation like the 2003 anime, aka the first anime series, which did things quite differently. And it was great. I honestly can't decide which of the two versions I prefer more. But alternate interpretations can be a good thing, exploring like that type of setting and the characters in new and interesting ways. And more importantly, a fan project made out of love will tend to just both connect with the audience more and just overall feel like, how do I put it, more well put together. Compare it to, just for a comparison, one of my favorite franchises is Sonic, and that has fan projects for days. You got comics like Sonic the Comic Online, Archie Sonic Online, Ghosts of the Future, and in terms of games, you've had before the sequel, what was it called? Fallen Star, the 16-bit remake of Triple Trouble. And fans have loved those because they were made out of love for the Sonic series, or at least one interpretation of it, one or more at least. Compare that to, say, Sonic Omens, a game that the creators outright admitted they finished out of spite and acted as if they pretty much were making a better game than anything that Sonic Team could put out. Yeah, there are multiple reasons why fans did not like that particular fan game. Because that idea that you can, like, do something better than the original, that the fact that that would be your goal, to be better than it, to prove, oh, mine will work better, I'll fix what was wrong with yours. No, don't do that. If you make something out of negativity, and then, I mean, of course, it's probably not going to work out. It's just being made out of spite and, honestly, arrogance at that point. And that's not fun. I mean, there are people who love to hate things, but it's honestly more fun to, like, love something, to enjoy a series. I'm rambling too much. Anyway, yeah, that was my reaction to the first 2 episodes. It's a good start. I'm hoping we, like, start to see more of the differences as it goes on with the next 2 episodes, but yeah. If you enjoyed this, or if you watched this, thank you. If you enjoyed it, thank you. And please go check out the series, like all the episodes on your own time. Give them the views they deserve. Leave likes on their videos, obviously. Subscribe to them. And do the same for RWBY Dust Queen as well. Even though the first video, or the first episode isn't out, they obviously deserve plenty of attention as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the reaction to episodes 3 and 4. Have a good day.